Yesterday, I asked you on this assignment, review for the test over factoring in 6-6, to try number 13 for me and to try number 16. Now, the great thing about number 13 was, as soon as you put it in the calculator, it crossed the x-axis in three beautiful locations, a -5, 0, and +5. And that was all three answers that you needed, and you had no other work to do. It was like one of the first problems I ever showed you how to do when we were solving. So if the calculator can give you all of the answers you need, you have no other work to do. Yay! That one was so exciting. Okay, and then number 16, you ended up having to do with the quadratic formula. So I'm going to show you that one so you can see how you did. All right, see if I can get all of this in here. And okay, so ignore this up here. This was me doing I factored it, but I decided not to bug you guys with factoring. You know, the letters go A, B, A squared, A, B, B squared. All right, so I decided not to bug you with that because, you know, life is rough right now. So anyway, you should have got 3 for an answer by using the graphing calculator. So that's where that answer could have come from. And then you'd have to do synthetic division, which you don't see. So let me just do it real quick. All right, so you got an answer of x equals 3 by looking at the graphing calculator. And then when you go to do synthetic division, first you put the 0 in the box. Pull down the coefficients, drop, drop, drop. In front of the x cubed is a 1. Do you see how there's no x squared? So because there's no x squared, it's a 0. After an x squared comes an x, but there's no x either. So there's a 0. And then you've got your constant, which is -27. So this one needed 2 zeros. So this problem might have got you. And then you bring down the first number, and then multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. Add. 0 plus 3 is 3. Multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. Add. 0 plus 9 is 9. Multiply. 3 times 9 is 27. Add, and you get 0. All right, so this answer I solved with quadratic formula. So it started off x cubed, so this 1 is in front of an x squared, the 3 is in front of an x. So I've got 1x squared plus 3x plus 9. Remember, the last number is your remainder. So if your remainder is a 0, you don't have to put it in there. And then because I have an x, I do solve this with the quadratic formula. Okay, so just over here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this for you. And b squared minus 4ac. All right, so tell me, who is the a? A is 1. That's the number in front of the x squared. You just don't see it. Who's b? 3. That's the number in front of the x. Who's c? 9. That's the constant. And then b squared minus 4ac. Remember, you'd have parentheses for the b, parentheses for the a, parentheses for the c. So in place of the b, you'd put a 3. In place of the a, you'd put a 1. And in place of the c, you'd put a 9. Okay, I'm not going to bother showing you my calculator, but when you do that, you get -27. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and work through quadratic formula with you, because several of you might have really struggled with this if you forgot the 2 zeros in the synthetic division. All right, so remember it goes x equals the opposite of b. So tell me, when you go to find the opposite of b, what's the opposite of 3? -3. Plus or minus square root. What did we just say b squared minus 4ac gave you? -27. And if you needed to verify that that was correct, you could always put it in your calculator for yourself. All over 2 times a. So I want to take 2 times my a. So what is 2 times 1? 2. Okay, from here, we're working on breaking down the square root. All right, because of the negative, I'm going to need an I. And then you'll be left with the +27, which you can't take the square root of that, so you're going to break it down. 9 can go in there 3 times. And then the square root of 9 is 3, so 3i. And then you can't take the square root of 3, so you recopy. So I'm going to rewrite this, but I'm going to replace the square root of negative 27 with 3i square root of 3. So I've got negative 3 plus minus, replace this with 3i square root of 3, and recopy all over 2. Okay, at this point, you want to see if you can simplify. So look at those 3 front numbers, and can you divide them all by something? You can't. So that's it. This guy right here. These are 2 of your answers. And this one from the calculator is your 3rd answer. And that's how you do that. So if some of you out there did it correctly, fantastic. And if you didn't, then this is what you would do. I'm really hoping that you're understanding this lesson pretty well. Okay? As of right now, I'm not certain if I'm giving you a test or a quiz because I just don't know what I'm going to do. So we're basically done with this. If you've been following along, I think most of you should know how to do it. So this is all we're going to do today. I'm not going to ask you to do anything for me today. So that's it. We're done. Smiley face.